Thank you for being here. I understand this is your last session in professional development days, and I'm the one keeping you from your nice, cozy, warm home dinner. So I try to make this one short, concise, and fun and interesting. My name is Min Jung Han. I'm an assistant professor of marketing, and today what I'm going to share with you is the how to engage students and how to provide interactive communication environment for your students in a classroom. And I'm sure many of you have much longer teaching experience than I do have. I have joined academia in 2010, and I have been with Kean University since 2016. So I believe that many of you have more experience than I do have. So this is one of the tools that I tried, and I thought that you may enjoy this tool as well as that I did in my class. So I'm going to share this with you today. When you have a class, we always have that student. I'm sure you had one, you have one, or you're going to have one, and I had many of these students that who don't respond, who don't answer your question, who never really ask any question to you, or who don't engage in a classroom at all. We all have that student. Maybe because they are shy. Some of them, they don't really care. They are there because it's a mandatory course, but they are not interested in this topic. That might be one of the reasons. And very often they are distracted. They are thinking something else. Maybe they are thinking, what should I eat for dinner? What should I have for lunch? Or what am I going to wear tomorrow? They are thinking something else. But what I found recently is that the technology really distracts our students. They keep using mobile phone. And I'm sure you had that experience as well, right? They cannot stop looking at their phone. They are glued to their phone, and there's no way that you would stop them doing that. I tried ban mobile phone and computers in a classroom. Have you tried? Any of you tried to ban mobile phone or computer in a classroom? None of you? I tried at the beginning of my career as a teacher, professor. It didn't work. It didn't work. They really disliked when I banned mobile phone because they are digital natives. Digital natives are the term to describe our students, millennial generation, who grew up with internet, who grew up with digital devices. For them, using internet is like a breathing air. They cannot imagine a life without internet. Meanwhile, we are more likely digital immigrants. We adapted this new digital device or internet as an adult. You started using internet in your college days or when you started your new job. That's when we adopted this new technology. But for our students, they grew up with it. So probably you have seen many toddlers these days. They play with their iPad. My nephew, nieces, they are 2 or 3, but they know how to play YouTube video, their favorite video, the Baby Shark. Nobody taught them, but they know how to use it. So they are digital natives, and it's almost impossible make them not to use these digital devices. So I thought, well, if I cannot stop them using these, why don't I use that digital devices, make them engage in my class? Is there any other way? And what I found is audience response system. And there are many available programs in the market. So these are just examples. You may use other things. I believe some of you may have tried Kahoot. I found Kahoot a bit more toward K-12 than higher education, and that's why I like these audience response systems, such as like Poll Everywhere or Mentimeter or Participo. These are almost same identical function service feature they provide. It's a really simple web-based audience response system, and the best part of this is that you don't really need any additional device or any additional tool to use it. All you need is your mobile phone. So students who have mobile phone can attend your question, they participate in your discussion. and they always carry their phone. If they say, I don't have a phone, that's a lie. They never leave their home without their phone. They would rather be late for your class than not having their phone, right? So they always have their phone. And with audience response system, simply you ask question and they answer that question through their mobile phone. So how does it work? Very simple. You ask questions using one of those audience response system app on their website, or you can download a program, then you can embed that question in your PowerPoint slide. Today, I didn't embed this PowerPoint slide app because this is not my computer, but if you download it, it's also very simple. On your PowerPoint slide, students can see their response live, instantly. And the students' response, they can respond using mobile phone or their laptop computer or their tablet PC. And the students, they see their answers right away, and they like it. It's instant. So this is a video to describe how it works. So let me show you this video, short video from Poll Everywhere. There are many available videos and many available tools in the market, but I like this one the most because it has the biggest user base.
Back from your audience. Show of hands. How many of you signed up for office hours? 1, 2, 4, 2, 3. That's not very accurate. Old voting methods take far too long, and expensive voting systems like this one, well, they're difficult to set up and don't allow for audience comments. Hello? Introducing Poll Everywhere. Through a simple web interface, Poll Everywhere lets you collect instant audience feedback. Just type in a question, and your audience can respond using laptops, tablets, or even mobile phones, even your crappy flip phone. Hey guys, what do you think of my presentation so far? Is it A, amazing, B, incredibly amazing, or C, not that great? To respond, just text message the number on screen. Or use a custom URL to respond in the web app. You can even use Twitter if that's what you're into. As people respond, results are embedded instantly into your presentation in real time. Seriously, guys? You can also ask open-ended questions. What is your favorite part of my outfit? Poll Everywhere also lets you customize the look of your charts to wow your audience. And for all you spreadsheet nerds out there, you can even create segmented cross-tab analytics. The best part about it is you can try it today for free. So how excited are you guys about Poll Everywhere? A, can't contain it, or B, not at all? Kaboom! Instant audience feedback. Poll Everywhere.
So this video simply explains how it works, and we can try to use it to understand how it works in a classroom. So I will ask you guys to pull out your mobile phone. I believe all of you have your mobile phone. So can you please, sorry?
We lost sound. You can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Can you please pull out your mobile phone? If you don't have a smartphone, that's okay. Your feature phone still works. That's the best part of this response system. You can use any mobile phone. So if you are ready to use your mobile phone, if you have your smartphone, the left side, what you have to do is that you have to type that internet address, pollev.com/minhan002. That minhan002 is associated with my account, so you're going to answer my question only. And if you have a regular feature phone that is not a smartphone, please type that number 37607. And if that number doesn't work, sometimes that happens, then please type 747-444-3548. And then you type my account code MINHAN002. Right now, probably you are not really seeing any question. It informs you that if MINHAN is ready, you will see the question. If you see that screen, then you are at the right screen. So if you're using smartphone, once you log on to, well, not log on, you visit that URL address, you type that one, then this is kind of screen you are going to see. So you are going to see the multiple choices on your phone. But if you are using regular feature phone, you don't see multiple choices. You have to see the screen to answer the question. So you can type A or B or C, depends on your answer. And once you answer your questions, on the screen, you will see instant response, how many percentage of people answer for A, B, C. So let's try with a question. If you are ready, let's do a question with this. And let me go to a web page of this poll everywhere to see your instant response. Oh, some of you already responded. Very good. So if you are going to have coffee, would you like to choose Dunkin' or Starbucks? You can type that address and answer yours A or B, or you can type A or B if you are using feature phone. Oh, okay. So suddenly it became Dunkin'. It was Starbucks at the beginning. Now it's Dunkin', and it's almost same. All right. Okay, so it's half and half. Did everyone answer? Yes? Okay. People cannot vote twice unless you're setting it for multiple times. That's up to you. So what you can do, if you go to their website, here, when you make a multiple choice, you can type questions here. What is your favorite? And also the question answer wise, you can set it how many times they could respond. So I set it only for one time. So these answers, each answer came from one person. And right now it's Starbucks. So everyone answered it, or we are still getting the answer? It looks like we prefer Starbucks over Dunkin', yes? In this case, I set it as a percentage, so we see only percentage, but you can change the setting to numbers. That case, you could see how many people answer for Starbucks, how many people answer for Dunkin' Donuts. All right, so this case, we have more preference for Starbucks, but you can change your answer. You could answer only one time, but if you accidentally answer the wrong answer, then you can change it. So we keep receiving answers, and that's why it keep changing. You can see that instantly live response. And another way that we can do it, I'm going to lock this question. So we have a preference for Starbucks and unactivate it. And we are going to move on to the next question. This is the actual question that I had with my students in my class. My marketing class, we need to understand what really consumers prefer, what type of product they like. And the question was, do you prefer bar type soap or liquid type soap? And I want to have your answers. Can you please answer for this question? Did everyone answer? For now, the answer is kind of interesting because when I have this question with my students, almost always more than 80% of students, they prefer liquid soap. And that is, interestingly, millennials' preference. Recently, millennials, they much prefer liquid soap over bar type soap. People who sell bar type soap product, they have a lot of trouble. The reason why millennials prefer liquid type soap, they don't really see bar type soap hygienic enough. They don't like to share bar type soap with their family members because somebody touched that soap and you don't want to touch it again. So that might be the generational difference. But always I found that result a lot more liquid type soap preference over bar type soap. Then I give students a question. So what if you are a marketer for this bar type soap product? How would you sell it? Because students themselves saw the result from themselves, millennials prefer liquid type soap, their discussion becomes a lot more deeper and they have a lot more insight. And sometimes they even ask me, can we change the question? What if we ask the question, which type of soap do you prefer when you take a shower or when you wash your hands? And each time their answers are somewhat different. And it's so easy to change questions. You can instantly change your questions. For example, as I showed earlier, if you go back to polls, you can create a poll, multiple choice, and you can change your questions here. Which type of soap do you prefer when you take a shower? And right away, they could see the question and they could answer it. I'm not creating this question right now, but you can change pretty quick and fast. So now the question is, these multiple choices, only you get one answer, right? You could choose only among those multiple choices. What if I have more than that? I have other idea, or I need to say more than just one answer. In that case, what you can do is you can have short answers. So what you can do here, this time you can type it. This one is open-ended question. So what is your favorite color? Can you please answer it? Okay, green. Somebody loves green. Blue. Very good. Pink. Oberyn. Okay, blue. If the word is bigger, it means more people answer the same color. The word gets bigger means more people answer for that. So we have more blue, purple, black, green, blue. Blue seems really popular. Okay. Any other colors? Nobody likes a white color or yellow? We have burgundy. We have white. Okay, now we have white. Teal. I like teal color as well. Yellow, nobody. Orange color. Pearl. Okay, nice. So this is open-ended question, and they could answer any. But as you saw from the video, I don't really use a lot of open-ended questions because they could answer whatever they want to say. So for example, if you're asking them, like, what is your favorite color? They may answer, I want to go home. And I don't want to have that answer on my screen. So when I ask them these open-ended questions, I tend to be more careful. All right. So this is short, simple answers. And you can have additional question. Oops. All right. Let me go back and lock and activate. What kind of superpower would you like to have? That's another question that I have. Superpower, if you could have superpower, what kind of power would you like to have? Fly, okay, great. Invisibility, nice. Teleportation, that's what I want. invisibility. We have 2 of them. Okay, good. Finding more hours in the day. That's nice. Mind reader. Fly. Oh, a lot of people like invisibility. Disappear. Okay, mind reader, read yourself. Know the future. Wow. We are going to be a millionaire, right? If you know the future. Knowledge of everything. Wow. So the previous question and this one, the format of answering question is a bit different. So the previous one, I was asking like, what is your favorite color? And there are like certain colors. So I created that as word cloud. And this one is just open-ended question. So you could make a full sentence if you want, or you could have just 1 word or 2 words. It's up to you. And you can keep seeing that the answers. So you may have a same answer twice because 2 different people may have answered same questions. But the previous one, word cloud wise, if it's the same answer, they make that word a bit bigger. So it's easy to see what color is popular among those audience. All right. So if we are fine with all these superpower that we want to have, I'm going to lock this answer. So nobody could answer it any further, and then move on to the next question. This type of question, you cannot use feature phone. This case, most of these questions you can answer with your regular feature phone that doesn't have internet access. But for this type of question that you have to answer on certain image, then you have to use smartphone. So the question was, which state would you like to visit? I used this map answer in my international marketing class to ask students, which country would you like to bring so-and-so business? If you have this donut business, which country do you think that they really have a big market? And they choose certain country on this map. So which state would you like to visit? We have more than 20 people in this podium, and I see only like less than 10 answers so far. So can you please answer? So a lot of people answered this one. I believe this is Alaska, right? If you wanted to pick Hawaii, I think this one is Hawaii. Okay, we have Florida, we have California, we have Alaska. Somebody changed their mind, so no more Florida? Okay, now I see Florida again. And this image is a default image from Poll Everywhere, but if you want to use your own photo, your own image, you could upload it, and students could answer on that image that you provided. So any kind of image, you could use it. So here on the poll, you could create many polls you want. So that question was clickable image. So any image you can choose. And here the example is the X-ray photo image. You can change to something else. It's up to you. In my case, I chose a map. And if we go back to the poll, the next question that I had, I changed the map from the United States map to the world map. So I'm going to lock this one and move to the next one. The reason I click that the lock this question and then activate menu is that if you activate many questions, then students will see all these questions at the same time. And I don't want really that. I want them to answer one question for each time, so we will have some discussion after this answer is given to them. So here you could see the result in a donut chart as well. So which region is your favorite to visit? So you can use word map, you can use donut chart. So you want to visit Europe, you want to visit North America, South America. Where else? Only these 3 regions? Nobody Africa, nobody Asia, nobody Australia? Okay, we have Australia. Okay. Sorry?
How do you change your answer?
You go back to that the address and then change your answer. What you answered, you clear that answer and then pick another one. So if you have a feature phone, still you could answer for this one. You need to pick A, B, C, D, or E, which A is North America, B, South America, C, Asia, D, Europe, E, Australia, and Pacific Island. I didn't really have a problem having feature phone. Most of my students, they have smartphone, but once in a while there was 1 or 2 students who had a feature phone. Still they could answer this question, except the previous question with a map. That case you need smartphone. So now we could see that Europe and South America are 2 most popular regions for you to visit. So these answers are anonymous. I cannot really tell which one answered what question and how they answered it. And that's why students could feel comfortable to answer whatever they want to say. Meanwhile, in a class, if you have to raise your hand and have to answer, some people may find it uncomfortable. They might be shy or they worry, what if I say something ridiculous? That case, these Poll Everywhere or other audience response system reduce that kind of problem. Now I can see that Europe is a lot more popular than any other region, and as well as South America. All right. So you can change your answers, or you could delete your answer, but you cannot answer twice because I set it only for one time. But you can change it if you want. So one person could answer 5 times or 6 times, depends on the setting. I'm going to lock the answer. So right now we see 3 regions are most popular: the Australia, Europe, and South America. And you can have these axes kind of answered. So in my marketing class, because it's a marketing class, I ask students if x-axis is price and y is a quality, product quality. So from left to the right, the price. All right, the price, x-axis is the price. So left side is low price, right side is high price. And y-axis is product quality. The bottom is low quality and top is high quality. With this map, where would you put McDonald's, for example? So in my class, normally I ask them many different brands. So McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, to see how consumers perceive each brand. So after we see this map, we could communicate and we could discuss like why we see each brand in a different position. So this positioning map is very effective way to communicate in marketing class. You may use this one for your class in a different topic, but I find it very interesting. This research is really interesting though. The x-axis is price, and the left side is low price, and right side is high price. And y-axis is product quality, and the bottom is low quality, and top is high quality. No, you put the point. Where would you put McDonald's on that axis? But I see it like everywhere. I was expecting it would be somewhere pretty close to each other, but I see all these answers are like everywhere. So basically, if you put here, it means you believe that McDonald's price is low, and the product quality is somewhat in the middle. And if you put it in here, you believe that McDonald's price is not so expensive, not so cheap, but the product quality is pretty low. That's how you perceive McDonald's. And if you put it in here, it means you believe that McDonald's product price is quite expensive, but also same time product quality is pretty high. So I assume that you may answer it wrong, or if that's how you perceive it, that's okay. So this is one of the way that I communicate with my students, and they see how their peers, the other millennial consumers, they perceive McDonald's. And depends on that result, we try to come up with idea how can we promote that product quality issue, create a promotion to increase product quality issue of McDonald's. So a lot of people perceive that their quality is not good. Then we don't want that as a business owner. Then how can we change consumers' perception, your perception, that McDonald's is not a good quality product? So students start working on that question. All right, so I see that people have pretty diverse opinion on this McDonald's quality and price. So let me log this answer as well. And we are going to move on to the next one. So this one is another open-ended question. Which new restaurant would you like to have on Kane campus? And once you answer it, this question, you can vote for the other people's answer as well. If you find the other people's answer good, then you can click one upvote for that answer. So for example, we have this salad works. You can upvote. Yes, you can see that there's a one upvote, or you could have a downvote. I don't like that restaurant. I don't want that on Kane campus. Then you could downvote. If you like that one, you could upvote. So not just answer your question, yours, also vote for the other people's answer. So here you can see somebody like Chipotle, but someone else also not so much into Chipotle. So we have a lot of salad works. We have Panera, Chipotle. So if you have a same answers, Panera, then what you could do is that you could just upvote for this one. So this question is that instead of getting everyone's answer, if you find the answer you wanted to have, then you just vote for the answer that was already given there. That way you can see what are popular restaurants that we want to have on our campus. So you can see that somebody don't really like Texas Hold'em. It's downvoted. And here, someone like Salad Works, but also somebody don't really like Salad Works. The left side gray bar means downvote. Right side blue bar means upvote. So with this result, we can say that we want to have SolidWorks on Kane campus. It seems like SolidWorks is most popular, but if you include Panera, these two together, then actually Panera is more popular than SolidWorks because it has 6 upvote and SolidWorks has 5 upvote. Okay, so I'm going to lock this one as well. And then I'm going to move on to the next question. So here, another clickable image rating. So how would you rate today's training? Then you can have, I don't like it, you like it, it's okay. You can pick those image. In this case, again, because your feature phone doesn't have access to internet, you cannot answer for these clickable image questions. But if you have smartphone, if you have access to internet, you can answer these questions. So these are the introduction of the poll everywhere based on poll everywhere. The reason why I chose poll everywhere instead of the other one is because poll everywhere is totally free and only you need to sign up. As an instructor, you need to sign up and you have to have your ID and password, but students don't need to sign up for anything at all. Students actually dislike to sign up for a website or download an app. They don't really want to have any email from companies and that makes their inbox cluttered. They don't like it. But this case, poll everywhere, you don't need to, your students don't need to sign up or download anything at all. They could answer from their phone, and once that is done, they don't really need to have any association with a poll everywhere. The only downside with poll everywhere, their freeware, is that you have limitation of responses. You could have only up to 40 responses. And I never really had that as a problem because our class at Kane is normally around 30 people. So I never really had a problem with that. But if you want to have more than that case, I would recommend Mentimeter. Mentimeter doesn't have any limitation with the number of responses. So you could have 100 students or 200 students with Mentimeter. Then Mentimeter is also free. The difference between Poll Everywhere and Mentimeter, Mentimeter limit the number of questions you could ask in one setting. So for example, you could have only up to 2 questions. Instead of that, you don't have limitation of responses. Poll everywhere, you could ask 10 questions, 20 questions if you want, but instead of that, you have only up to 40 responses. So it's up to you which one you choose. Participoll is not free. That's why I don't really put it up high, but it has really nice features, and what they provide is that 15 days of free trial. So if you want to use it only for one session or certain time, then you could use Participoll as well. But personally, I use Poll Everywhere. It works so far good with me. In my class is always less than 40 people. I never really had a problem. And unless what you want is exact number and exact data, it doesn't really matter. If you have more than 40 people and they all answers it, then the first answer will be deleted when you have more than 40 people answer it. So the first 10 people answer would be deleted when you have another 40 to 50 people answer your question. Still, when you see the pattern of these answers, I don't think it's a big issue with this limitation. So this is a brief explanation and this introduction of Poll Everywhere. And the other things that good about this Poll Everywhere and other audience response system is totally free, and students do not really need to sign up, and it doesn't really need additional device like clickers. You don't need any of those, and student answers are anonymous. That part I didn't show you on the website, But let me go back to the website and show it to you where you can have it. Here on the right side, you can click completely anonymous or screen name. So screen name wise, when you answer this question, it will ask you to type certain screen name. If you want to have your own screen name, you could type Kane 111. But if you don't want, you could skip that screen name. In that case, it becomes anonymous. I cannot figure out who is that person because your name would be guest 111 or guest 112. So I cannot really relate that answer to you. So although you didn't really click completely anonymous, still it's anonymous. The answer is anonymous. Unless your students actually signed up for this Poll Everywhere or Mentimeter, so they have their own account and they answer your question through their own app, that case I could see that this answer comes from this person. But otherwise, I cannot tell who answered what or how many the question the person answered. And that's why students feel comfortable to answer, especially open-ended question, because I cannot really relate that who answered these. So they feel comfortable. And I make sure that they understand this is totally anonymous. I cannot relate that answer to each of students. And this one is one example from Mentimeter. So Mentimeter is almost same, the way how you use it, the features and functions exactly same. The only difference, as you can see from the top, the code-wise, Poll Everywhere wise, you have to put the code with the lecturers, instructors, their ID code, like MINHAN002. In this case, they ask you to put 6 digits of number. So 65, 79, 30. That case, you could answer for that specific question. So other than that, it's basically same. There's no difference. The one other thing is that if you have a feature phone, you cannot answer for Mentimeter because you have to visit the website, menti.com. So that's the difference between Poll Everywhere and menti.com. So this is what I wanted to share with you today. And thank you. And if you have any questions about this Poll Everywhere or other audience response system, feel free to ask questions. Anyone? Yes?
Amanda, do you use other tools besides the Poll Everywhere?